Okay, so this is part 3, I believe, or part, yeah. Okay, so we have all this male bonding against the family, against the woman is male bonding against the family. We're creating a allegiance, okay, of male bonding against women and children. Is that logical? Okay? Is that really logical? Okay? At the expense of women and children. Okay? Now, so women and children have become the enemy. Family has become the enemy. Okay? Of society, of the GPA. The global GPA. Okay, so as we said, now, this phallic perspective only, okay, from the root chakra blurs the consciousness and prevents us from getting back to the oneness, the wholeness. So it can, okay, and return us, as we said, back to the oneness, which connects us by blood, okay, by one to one family, to the wholeness, and mother's love, okay, that bonds us all. Regardless of how it is represented, how it is represented, these symbols, phallic, vulval, they all represent life, okay, as it was represented, as it is represented in homes today. So it's interesting today, that we're talking about the phallic of life, the tree of life. Now, if you look at your tree, your Christmas tree, and in your house, you will see that it represents the phallic, the tree of life. Okay, that is what that tree in your house today represents, the phallic, the tree of life, the holy tree of life. Okay, from the root perspective, the phallic perspective, because where is the feminine perspective? You see what I'm saying? Again, it's about the male perspective. It's about presenting life only from a male, masculine perspective, okay? A male dominant perspective, and that creates an imbalance in society, okay? Because remember, we have to take the middle ground. Okay, that's where we find balance, in the middle. So if we're at the extreme end of masculinity, okay, we're only practicing masculinity, then the middle of that would also be masculine. Okay, there would be no middle ground in a masculine, dominant oriented society. Okay, yeah, dominantly masculine society. There's no middle ground. It's only extreme. Okay? Extreme masculinity, okay, to the opposite end of extreme masculinity. But it's still masculinity. There's no sensitivity, no softness, no compassion, okay? No heart whatsoever. Okay? Because the heart of a man is female. Okay? Just like the heart of the universe is Saturn. Okay? Now, and they would have what? Everybody rotating just around the masculinity. Okay? Okay. So we said, we said mother's love bond. Okay, we talked about the Christmas tree. Okay, so the Christmas tree demonstrates these symbols as our, from the conscious perspective. Okay? And, okay. So, now, so we said, to the one, okay. Just as the soul is one, the heart is one, okay, the father and mother are one, okay, and since man, what did we say? There is only one soul, okay, and one heart, one mother and one father. They are all, one. And since woman was told to have been created from the body of man, and man himself was created like the sun and the other celestial bodies. Okay, to view the phallic down from the chakra, from the crown chakra, one would only see one. Okay, so what I'm saying here is that if life is seen from an imbalanced perspective of just the masculine perspective, and you don't have the feminine perspective, and then put it in the context of how it's said in creation, or the Quran, or the Bible, or the Torah, about creation, and other scriptures too. Okay, because when I got a lot of understanding from other religions as well, religious perspective as well. And found that, as I said, many of them speak of the same thing. They're just in different, told in from a mythological perspective, from an animated perspective, where they use objects and things like that to express their point of view, or their perspective of creation, of man and woman and the objects they use. And as I said, I will post those videos. Okay, so if we only see the masculine perspective, then we won't get back to the oneness to see that how man was created, or the sun represents man, and the Saturn and represents a woman, and then and woman came from man, and man was created. So then you can get back to okay, there is a creative force. There is a law. There is a God. There is a someone. We were created. Okay, so that gets us back to that. But if we only see the male perspective, how are we gonna get back to anything? It's not going. It doesn't take us anywhere. Okay, but different stages of masculinity. Okay. So, okay, so, that's what I said. And you get back down to when you look down and you see the phallus, you see it's one. Okay, it's one, like one heart, one body, one soul, and the one. Okay, one tree of life. Okay, now so it takes us back to the oneness. Okay, that's what he said. What is he looking down when he observes and sees himself? Okay, he sees one. And searching deeply within his heart and soul, he sees the one heart. One soul. As we said, one heart, one Saturn, one Earth, one mama, one daddy, one father, just one. It all goes back to one. One family of man. Okay, one family, one celestial sphere. As everything is representative of the one. Okay? Okay, we said. Now, okay. Regardless of the multitude of cosmic divides and mutates, regardless of how the energy or the cosmos mutates and divides, okay, the energy, it transforms, it's still symbolic of one. Okay, as the sun, it don't look like, it don't have arms and legs and nose and breathes air like man, but it still represents man. Saturn doesn't have physical, blood, let's say, have a physical cycle like woman, but it still represents the feminine energy of woman. You see what I'm saying? So, no matter how it changes, the symbol changes, it still represents, the one, okay, and one man and woman together represent still the one man, as a one man was created by the one creator. Okay, it's the same to say, it will be the same to say, oh, water and ice and steam are all different elements than H2O. You see what I'm saying? So that's like saying the sun is different than man. Masculine energy are different, but they're the same. They're just different forms of this. You know what I'm saying? To represent the same thing. Okay. But again, what we're trying to show here, that man is not absolute. Okay, not absolute power. Okay, that there's a opposite aspect of that as well. And one has to look at that opposite perspective so that they can have whole consciousness and have a better, life is not stagnated, okay? And one half of the population is not oppressed by the present, by, the other half believing itself to be omnipotent and supreme because it's represented divinely and as the only, begotten in the universe, okay? Now, thus, one love and one will of life. Thus, again, when heart and soul connect to produce the single beneficiary of their union, their love, as Michael Jackson said, a product of love, would be the child, okay? And man can't create a child by himself, so therefore he should know right in there that the woman is equally important. Society should recognize that females are equally important. So it's not about male bonding, it's about, human bonding, let's say, family bonding, humanity bonding. It's about humanity bonding. Okay? Now, after the soul has released its celestial godly particles, After the soul has released its celestial godly particles, they are released through heaven's gate. When heaven's gates are opened and the possibilities for human potentials begin to become one. Okay, now again, we're going back to the crown chakra and see the perspective of love and relationship from that perspective. We're out of the worldly perspective of oppression and all that, and back into we're from the root chakra. Now we're back to the crown chakra. Okay, we're going to go in and out like the wave. Okay, so we said, we said after the soul has released its godly particles, and remember the soul represents the man, the phallic of tree. Okay, and they're released through the heaven's gate, the female, the holy grail, the vessel, the holy girl, okay? The gates are open, okay? Now, and the possibility of human potential begins. One who will represent the master of the universe, okay? And one who will represent the creator, okay? That's what man is to represent. He's to do the will of the creator, his creator. That's his master. Well, not his own. He's not his own master. Okay, and that's what makes him, again, we said so divine, but woman too, she does the will too. Okay, they both were, they both are divinely created. Okay, now, and that has to be seen. It has to be seen that way. Okay, not the woman being downtrodden. Okay, because the family's not whole that way, and that's, we have to do all this dissecting and understanding how it got that way. Okay, so man actually has a very exceedingly high and honorable position in the universe. And why? What does it say? Oh, and why the one who's outcast from all creation was so jealous of man because of his high position that was given to him by Allah, or by like we said, Allah is the name the Christians call him, the Jews call him, and Muslims call him. Okay, so that's why I call him. Well, yeah, I can refer to him in that way with you as well. Now, so that's why he was so jealous of mankind. He wanted that position. He wanted to be seen that way. He wanted that power to be seen, to represent that power. Okay, and he was jealous. He was jealous of the pure heart. He was jealous of the beautiful soul. He was jealous of all that. Now, and so we said that's why he was jealous of man and how